That is the absolute exact concept of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a very scarce commodity, or whatever you want to call
Requiring
it.
effort.
Well, what happens is the first, millions of shares. I think it's 23 million Bitcoin are out there. So it's a limited number, and I could be wrong on that, but it's somewhere in that range. They've recovered, I think, well over 20 million of them. And back when it started, 2012 or whatever, it required very little energy. The algorithms that the computers had to solve could be done on a laptop. It wasn't very complicated. But the program gets more and more and more and more complicated, to where the last 150,000 Bitcoin are going to take 150 years or whatever to mine, and the energy output is astronomical in order to mine these things. And this is what the theoretical value is based on. And just like a dollar, if it's accepted as commerce, which it is being accepted as commerce, this is where the value lies. I've done a lot of study. I'm no expert, but I do get the basic concept of the energy input versus the output.
Yep.
And then the scarcity.
Yeah.
Okay, so scarcity is critical for value, supply and demand.
And the key here is for currency to work. So if you're sitting there and you're thinking like, wow, he's just full of crap about gold, like it's stupid that it would be a money, and he didn't make the case. Well, yes, you have to agree as a society on something. Yes. And so really the logic behind gold is that it takes effort to find, it's scarce, it's limited supply. So there's pros and cons of it being a money, but to your point, if people understand the logic of Bitcoin, and they are, and there's a common agreement upon it, and that is forming. The fact it's held, it's what, 62,000 a Bitcoin.
I think it crossed 60,000.
Yeah, it's been floating. Yeah. I know it's been bouncing like 58 to 65 for some time. It's showing more solidity in its current price range than I think it's shown. So it seems to be taking shape as. And whether it plummets to 17 tomorrow and then holds there indefinitely, or doubles, or everyone agrees it's worthless. If everyone believes it's worthless, then it's worthless. Yeah. And to some extent with gold also. But the problem with that theory is that gold or Bitcoin, you could then go across the world to a small developing nation that has potential, and they agree that that's a logical one to agree on, and they make it their constitution. And then it reemerges 60 years later as something